to the Pulse of Spokane. Join us for the latest in news, views, and conversation with community leaders. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You and CW Crates and Pallets. Now, put your finger on the Pulse of Spokane.
Well, welcome to the 3rd of April, and here we go into, it's hard to believe we're really into spring officially, but also with some of the weather we've had, although we've got a little rain coming up, and we'll talk about that in the weather report in just a minute. A couple great guests today. One is Camille Troxler. Did I say that right? Okay, get the dentures back in from Visit Spokane. She's substituting for our own Kate Hudson. We have our own Kate Hudson in Spokane, don't we? But she's in Vancouver doing something. I'm not sure what. Going to some convention or workshop or something. That's what she told us, right?
She was at a conference.
A conference.
A writers' conference.
A writers' conference. Yeah, that's what they always say. And then, and we're going to talk about, as we do at the first Wednesday of every month, about all the great things going on in Spokane. And there's some fun things. And then Brady Magruder, who is the host of Youth Spotlight. We're going to talk about what he enjoys about doing that, his time. He's finishing up his senior year at University High School, and he's off to college next year. We just went through this about a year ago with Colin Pittman, and so we'll be looking for a new host for Youth Spotlight here in another month or so as Brady heads off to back east, kind of. We'll talk about that. And next, we have the weather on the Pulse of Spokane.
Good afternoon, Spokane. Today we have some rain coming down with a high of 56 degrees. It will be in the 50s and very rainy as we progress throughout the week. During nighttime, we are going to see the temperatures drop down a little to the 40s with some overnight rain as the weekend approaches. Some clouds over in Coeur d'Alene today with a high of 51 and a low of 37, and also some clouds in the valley with a high of 55 and a low of 39.
The economy is getting stronger. Banks are lending again, and interest rates are at historic lows. Now is a great time to buy your dream home. The caring and knowledgeable professionals at Homes for You have been helping people just like you for over 20 years. They take the time to listen to what you want and will help you find just the right home in Washington or Idaho. Real estate is what we do at Homes for You, 928-5782, or visit online at homes4uspokane.com.
Welcome to a new kind of talk show, Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversations that include respect for opinions, facts, and diversity.
Spokane Talks, Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 28.
O'Brien Logistics would like to invite you to try our local and regional transportation services. With Sprinter vans, lift gates, hot shot flatbeds, and expedited services, our people are ready to step in and help with your transportation needs. Our services are 24/7, 365, and we are trained and prepared to handle air cargo and Canadian shipments. Give us a call at 208-305-2311 or visit our website at o'brienlogistics.net. That's OBRIEN logistics.net.
Well, welcome. Camille, how are you doing?
I'm well, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Are you keeping ahead of things?
Yeah, I'm glad you can remember my name, though, because when Kate told you I was coming,
Yes.
you pretended like you didn't know who I was.
Yeah, Camille who?
Yeah.
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 No, I kind of, yeah, okay. All right, but we have to give her a bad time, don't
Yeah.
we? Yeah. So basically you drew the short straw and stuck with me.
Yeah, I
for a
had to
few
come do a
minutes.
Kate job for her today.
Yeah. Okay.
So, here I
Hey,
am.
what's going on in Spokane, Washington this
wait,
month?
Say that again?
Spokane, Washington.
I thought you said Spokane for a
I
minute.
did, but
okay.
I did.
Okay.
Just to see if you were listening.
I am. I'm here.
Good.
Yeah, some fun things. So tonight at the INB, nope, it is not the INB Performing Arts Center. It is the First Interstate Center for the Arts.
Yeah,
That's
they
going
keep
to take me a
teasing
long
those
time.
things on us, don't
I know. I still call it the Opera House.
Yeah, I do
and
too.
I
do too.
have to catch myself. So at the First Interstate Center for the Arts, Stomp. We all know Stomp. They take everyday items and an incredible percussion performance.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
You didn't know?
Well,
have you heard of Stomp?
Haven't you, and because I know Kate has, haven't you figured out I'm not up on all these things?
I keep hoping you will be, though, Ken.
Yeah, well, it's a long learning process here.
So Stomp, they were down at the Hoop Fest offices yesterday, and I got
okay.
to go down, and they raided the offices and pulled everyday items, trash cans, basketballs,
fun.
mugs. One guy had like a filing thing that he was using as a like xylophone almost.
Really?
And it was really cool to watch them. They did it on a spot, like just came up with it, you know,
Yeah.
off the top of their heads. They're really talented
Talk
musicians.
about improv, right?
Yeah. And so it was really fun to watch them kind of test the different tones and sounds and notes that were coming
Yes.
out of them. And
So do they just make, and I don't mean it in a negative way, noise, or do they make music and a song out of it?
Yeah, it's music.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just imagine the percussion section of your symphony, but they're making an entire because they're playing and
Wow.
experimenting with the tonal
yeah.
things of the items that they're
How
using.
fun.
Yeah, it's super cool. So they'll be there tonight. There's still tickets available for sure.
Right.
And they are between $32 and $52. So if you're feeling spontaneous,
Yes.
on a Wednesday, it's Wednesday, right? On a Wednesday night,
So improv
head on down.
and
Yeah.
go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
That's fun. That's fun. And decent price, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, something's coming up this Friday. It's called...
First Friday.
All right.
Celebration of arts around downtown Spokane.
Yes.
So different venues have different galleries open, drink specials, featured artists in different venues that you wouldn't normally expect.
Right.
So that's a fun way to spend a Friday evening. And I highly recommend hitting up the River City Garage Party. They have live music and a featured artist, Caitlin Keogh, this month.
Now, where is that?
That is, oh gosh, I know the general area.
Okay, meet up at Spokane.
Yeah, I'll take you down.
Visit Spokane and you'll walk them down.
It is over, Cedar maybe? Over in like the Cedar First
okay.
area.
Okay.
That's not the exact block, but it's in that
Okay.
area where the
Okay,
Rocket
that part
is.
of town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cider, the Cider House,
Okay.
Steel Barrel, in that area of downtown.
Yeah, and this is a fun night, not only for art and fun things, but it's a great night to go have a glass of wine or try a new cocktail
Yep.
and to eat out too.
Yep.
So it's a great night to take the husband or the wife or the girlfriend, if you don't tell your wife, or whatever it might be. Oh, I'm kidding.
Or just
of course.
yourself. I go by
just
myself.
yourself.
It's
Oh,
fine.
okay. All right.
I fly solo.
Okay. All right. Now, what our buddy back in the control room doesn't know is we're skipping the next two.
We are. They
because
both
those
got
have been
canceled.
canceled.
So
Yeah.
if you had tickets to see Taylor Dane at the Bing Crosby Theater on
Right.
Friday, I've been told she was a big thing in the 80s.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know who she is.
Some of us were around in
Yeah,
the 80s.
some,
Okay,
a few.
Camille.
She was playing a concert at the Bing on Friday, and that has been canceled.
Okay.
And your tickets will be refunded.
Okay.
And then apparently the Fox Family Series That Physics show at the Martin Woolson Theater at the Fox was also
Okay.
canceled. And I don't have the details on that, but those are both no
Right.
longer
Well,
happening.
that happens
So,
once in a while.
Yeah, you'll want to
Yeah.
check with the box offices if
Absolutely.
you're concerned about
Well, it's good to
refunds
tell
and-
people
and
that, even
such.
if
Yeah.
unfortunately they can't go. But something else is happening on the 6th.
The 6th, that is Saturday.
Saturday,
That
yes.
is. The Illusionists. Ooh. Are you a Magic fan?
Yes.
Yes. Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
you know magic. You don't know
well-
anything else, but you know the magic shows, huh?
Well, back in the old days when you chopped off people's heads and then they reappeared and things like that. Yeah.
So also at the First Interstate Center for the Arts, it is a mind-blowing, spectacular showcase of jaw-dropping talents of the 5 most incredible illusionists in the world.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So they come from Broadway, and on Broadway they shattered some box office records. with
Really?
this show.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just a global performance. They've
So
been
this is
around
at the
world.
First Interstate Center. What do you know what the costs are or anything?
No.
No.
Kate
What-
didn't give me that info. I write down what Kate tells me.
Yeah.
And I do not have the cost on that one.
Oh, well, let's call her up and
Give her a call. I think she might be on a plane right now. but
Oh, okay.
She's on her way back.
Okay.
But yeah, if you've never been to like a real
Easy to look up on visitspokane.com.
.com,
Yeah.
.com, or you could go to
Right.
inbpac.com.
Right.
But yeah, if you've never seen like a real illusionist in a real show, it's really
Yeah.
quite something.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a couple, and of course, everyone I think has seen them on TV and so forth. But you always wonder,
Yeah.
is that a trick of the camera?
Yeah,
or
it's a
the
little different when
editing?
you're in the
But when
room.
you're in the room, it's got to be as real as it
Yeah,
can be. You
yeah.
know, yeah. And then there's something funny going on at the Spokane Comedy Club, isn't there?
David, I'm going to probably say this wrong. Kochner? I don't know, but he played Todd Packer on The Office, Pac-Man.
Oh,
So
okay.
he was on The Office. He was Michael Scott's very inappropriate, would not pass an HR screening sales buddy.
Okay.
But he's also from.
So he patterned his character after me, sort of just totally inappropriate.
Maybe.
I
don't know about that one.
Okay.
But he was also an anchor man. And I don't know the character's name, but he played the sportscaster guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's you know his face. He's in all those movies with all those guys. So I'm sure he's incredibly funny as a stand-up comedian because his improv is incredibly funny as well.
Yeah. And one of the things that we're very fortunate, I've learned this in the last couple of months, and maybe we talked about it last time, is that the Spokane Comedy Club is really a Class A club.
I've been a couple times and I really enjoy it.
Yeah. I didn't realize that here in Spokane, Washington, you know what I mean?
We'll
that
learn
we
about that
have,
later.
yeah, I know. Okay, I'm going to hear about this during the commercial. You can bet on that. But you know what I mean? But we do. I mean, we not only bring folks to town like some of the illusionists and so forth, and some great plays and so forth, but we have a comedy club that the comedians want to be at,
and a lot of the acts come through multiple times because they enjoy Spokane so much. So David will be there from April 11th through the 13th. So that's a full
several
weekend, several nights that you can go, and
Yes.
that's just it's just so much fun.
Okay. Yeah. And then we want to swap some bikes.
Swap your bikes.
Swap our bikes. Is that like
bikes.
cleaning our bikes? No, that's
you can sell your bikes. You can buy a new bike. So it's an affordable way to get out on the road.
That's
on your
April
bicycle.
13th, which is perfect for spring and summer as we go into the bike season.
And I know a few people. I don't own a bike, but I know many people who've gotten their bikes at the bike swap, and they've gotten really high quality bikes for a much lower price.
Right. Instead of the several $100s or something like that, you can get a good deal.
Yeah. And if you have one that you want to sell or trade in, there's opportunities for that as well.
Oh, nice.
And so that's April 13th at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center.
And there's our cost to get in.
$5.
$5?
$5.
Okay, even I can afford that.
That's a coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
That's how I calculate the world. I'm like, how many lattes is that, though?
Isn't that the truth?
Right?
I mean, if you had told me 25 years ago or 30 years ago that you'd be paying $4 or $5 for coffee, I'd go, yeah, right. It used to be a nickel, and the question was with cream or sugar.
But was it good coffee?
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Now we got to have all the sugar and everything else in it. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I love about it.
Tony Orlando. It just dawned on me that he used to have a group back him up too, called Dawn.
Called what?
Dawn.
That was the name of the group, Dawn?
Yeah.
Like DON or DAWN?
DAWN.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't know?
No, I was going to ask you to sing me a Tony Orlando song.
Oh, no, you don't want to do that?
Because I know the name and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't want to look it up on Spotify because then Spotify is going to readjust my algorithms. But I know him, but so hopefully other people out there could sing me a Tony Orlando song even though Kent won't.
No, we don't want to do that. We'd lose all of our viewers. Yeah.
Well, he will be at Northern Quest Resort and Casino out on the Ponderay Pavilion stage on April 22nd.
Tie a yellow ribbon was his.
Around an old oak tree.
Yes, yoke tree. That's the yoke's on
oak
you.
Tree.
Yeah.
I know.
You've heard of that.
I know, and I can guarantee you that at some point in my life, singing in many choirs along the way, I have sung Tony Orlando songs, but I can't name one off the top of my head.
Well,
because
just
I am
did.
so young.
Yeah. Oh gosh. you kids. Okay, let's get lit here, girl.
You sure?
Yeah.
Get Lit Festival. It is the Spokes Review has called it the Little Literary Festival That Could. It will be all across downtown Spokane, April 22nd through the 28th. And it brings about 10,000 people to Spokane.
Really, that many?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and it brings authors from all over the country.
Yes.
And I was looking up, they don't have all the authors listed yet.
Okay.
I was looking it up before I came out.
It starts on April 22nd,
yeah,
so it's a couple weeks and people are shifting schedules.
But they always have a few kind of keynote authors.
Right.
They've had, I think last year was Anne Lamott, and they've had many others. Local authors often include Sharma Shields and Jess Walter.
Nice, yes.
And then authors from all over, from every range of genre. And then the other cool thing that they do is writing workshops for writers.
Ah, nice.
Have you ever gone to one?
No, I haven't.
I have. I really enjoy it. So it's a fun
Did you
one.
learn something?
I did.
What did you learn?
Well, it was about 15 years ago, Kent. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
It was a while ago.
Okay.
But it was just fun. So there's all sorts of speakers and then reading events. A lot of them are at Auntie's Bookstore and around town. So lots of opportunities if you're either a writer or a fan of good writing.
Right. And we all need, and our young kids need, to read more.
Yes.
That really is important. It really is.
Turn off the screens and open a book.
Yeah. Where can people get all of this information? Because I understand that Visit Spokane has a website that's pretty darn good.
We do. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I built it. It's fine.
I
No
know,
big deal.
I know.
Get lit. Oh, no. Ours is visitspokane.com.
I tricked you.
Yes, you did. For the Get Lit Festival, the newest information you're going to find at getlitfestival.org, though.
Okay.
Why?
But
Because
the Visit
I haven't
Spokane
updated.
is
visitspokane.com.
Okay.
.com.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we send Kate out next month and have you back?
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay.
Yeah, it's possible. She's got a busy couple months coming up, so you might be seeing more of me.
Well, we're
see.
getting into the busy time of year because
see.
May and June will be nuts.
Yes, crazy.
We always
That's
have a tough
when-
time getting through the list.
Yeah,
in those months.
there's a lot of events those months. And speaking of that,
yes.
April 21st is
Right.
your deadline to sign up for Bloomsday via mail or online.
Okay.
After that, you'll have to sign up kind of at the
what
event.
day is that?
April 21st.
Okay, that's
is
Easter.
A good is that? Yeah, it is.
It is,
It is
yeah.
Easter. I keep
Okay.
forgetting about Easter. I should know about Easter.
So run like a bunny and
Yep.
get
signed
signed
up.
up.
Kent says he's never run it.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no.
I'm running it.
Okay.
Kate and I are running it together.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're going to
Good.
cruise on it.
Send me an email afterwards and tell me how you did.
I will. Yeah, I'll give you my time. Probably about 1 hour, 23 minutes is my guess.
Oh, show off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know. That's
okay.
what, I basically.
And
ran
then we
it on
have Hoop
Saturday.
Fest.
Hoop Fest,
Are
yes.
they starting to take registrations
They
yet?
are. You can
Okay.
grab your 3-on-3 team,
Okay.
and get registered. You want to do that early for a guaranteed spot.
Yes.
And then Hoop Fest isn't until the end of. It's the last weekend in June.
Right.
So you have some time until the event, but registration always sneaks up a little sooner
It
than
does.
you think
It
because
does.
it is so popular.
Yeah.
And they only have space for so many teams. You'll want to get that in
Right.
early, sooner rather than later.
We do some great things in May
do.
and June, don't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah. Summer's a
And
big,
then,
it's a
and
big
then
time.
let's not forget the Armed Forces Torchlight
Torchlight
Parade
Mhm,
and
I
all
like
the things that
all
go.
that is coming up in May.
Yeah,
Big
May,
month.
May and June, kind
Yeah.
of fun times.
Yeah.
Okay, Camille, thank you.
Thanks for
Good
having
to
me,
see you
Kent.
again.
Me too.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with someone slightly younger, just barely by a couple of months, maybe. Yeah.
A decade or so. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Right after this.
This is River Ridge Frame Shop, called Frame It Today, where we can take your art, customize it, and get it ready to hang on the wall. Here at River Ridge Hardware, 2803 West Garland.
Welcome to Tom Sawyer Country Coffee.
Tom Sawyer Country Coffee only roasts the finest organic coffee for our signature blends. Enjoy a cup at our coffee shop and local businesses and organizations across the region.
I'm Tom Sawyer, and we choose the Pacific Northwest.
Welcome to a new kind of talk show, Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversations that include respect for opinions, facts, and diversity.
Spokane Talks, Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 28.
Well, welcome back. You know, one of the things that we started actually almost 2 years ago, a year and a half ago at least, is a youth spotlight. And Colin, almost said Mulvaney, that's my neighbor, Colin Pittman, who was then a senior at Rosalia High School, was our first host for the first year. And then he did something like graduate from high school and went off to TCU.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
And so then we brought in Brady, and you're senior at U High.
I am.
Okay, and you're heading off to college.
I am.
In a few months. And where are you going?
I will be attending DePaul University
Yes.
in Chicago to
Okay.
pursue a BFA acting degree.
Okay.
A
what?
A BFA acting degree.
I'm almost afraid to ask what BFA means.
Bachelor's in Fine Arts.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's fairly new. Most of them are bachelors in arts, but it's a conservatory style type program in a liberal arts school, and it's
Really more designed for what you want to do.
yeah,
Right?
mhm.
Yeah.
Really, and it's a really, really fantastic program, and I am so incredibly excited and honored to be able to have been.
What was fun
admitted.
was last year watching Colin go through all of this, applying and waiting and getting, that offer isn't so good and so forth. And then this school year, you've been doing it.
Yeah.
What made you decide on them?
So I was pretty selective in the schools that I sent my sent all my applications to, and I knew that I wanted to have a backup school, a school that has a great program that I already wanted to be interested in. And that for me was Oklahoma City University.
Okay.
And
Do they have a similar program? Is that why?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I pretty much was able to get admitted to that school very early on because of the International Thespian Festival that I attended, which they were at. And you do kind of mock auditions there for colleges to see you.
Okay. Sure.
And if you got called back to that table, they were like, if
You got a pretty decent chance. Yeah.
Yes, and so I got to apply to that school and was admitted by January, which is really.
But
really
you were
great.
holding out, weren't you?
Yeah. And so since I had a backup option, I was like, okay, I think I want to be able to take some risks and shoot for some bigger schools that I might not have a chance. And my selection of schools. Besides DePaul was also Boston University, Carnegie Mellon, and Ithaca College.
Okay.
And all four of those schools including DePaul, have such fantastic programs and have a wide array of alumni and have. I was able to spend a lot of time researching them to know that it was the program for me.
Yes, good for you.
And I think that's something that's really important because. There are some people who spend a lot of time trying to apply for 15 different schools. Yeah. But I really wanted to make sure that I applied for schools that I knew that I would love to go to.
Whichever one or ones offered you an opportunity.
Yeah.
Right.
So I spent a lot of time researching their programs, campuses, and things like that. I actually had two other schools on my list that I decided to actually drop out because after doing enough research on them, talking with people, I was like, I actually don't think that I would want to go to that school because of just random certain factors. Like I don't think it'd really be for me.
Yeah.
And
good.
And I think that's a really important process so that you get to spend your time wisely.
Well, and it puts you in a better position to be more successful when you get there because you've answered a lot of the questions up front, and there's going to be so much you don't know to this day that you'll learn, but you've learned a lot. So you're carrying with you that knowledge, and that was the right place for you.
Exactly.
When we asked you to be host of Youth Spotlight now, 6-7 months ago, what was your first reaction? And number two, the second part of that would be, why did you want to do it?
My first reaction was, well, crap, I'm not going to have enough time. Thank you, but no. That was that's what I told Ryan McNeese. I was like, I honestly don't know if I'll have enough time for it. And he was like, but wait. There's more. Youth Spotlight only airs once a month, and it's a very laid-back process. Because I was thinking I'm going to have to do all of this research on the people, but that's the great thing about being here is that I get to come in and meet these people on the day of,
and have a conversation.
Have a conversation with them, and it comes naturally live, and that's what feels great about it. And I love it. And he convinced me when talking about how it's not going to be such a stressful process. It's meant to be you are exposing all of these people who deserve to be exposed, and because especially being at the tail end of it,
right,
and being selected as a Youth Spotlight candidate was a big contributor to have me really want to do it and be a part of it. Because I know from being on the other side of the table how great it felt to have been put live after having some type of big accomplishment and that I'm really, really proud of, to be able to talk about that with somebody that I'd never met before, and that was Colin, and to be able to be recognized for it was a great feeling. And to be able to give that out to other people who have worked so hard in whatever it is a great thing.
What's the most memorable person that you talked to?
Probably, I can't remember her name. Oh man,
that's okay.
But it was about 2 episodes ago.
Okay,
she had completed over 800 hours of community service, and her goal was to complete 1,000 in just her high school career.
Oh wow,
which is insane, and she was really, really passionate about that. And she was very talkative and very open about her experiences and about why she's so passionate about community service, and it was really inspiring to listen to her story. And it was also just a great interview. We had a lot of laughs, and it felt very natural, and I'd say that was really memorable, as well as when the one right before when I interviewed Ricky, who completed
all 137 merit badges for Boy Scouts.
Yeah, insane. And
was that something or what?
That was incredible. Yeah. It was great to interview him too. He was also very talkative and open, and we shared a lot of common interests. And
because he's an actor. Too.
Yeah, he was Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah.
And I actually got to I didn't tell you this, but during January, sometime in January, I went skiing up at Silver Mountain, and I saw him there on the mountain.
Okay.
And I ran into him, and I was like, Ricky, and I had to pull my mask down. And my face was all chubby with the mask on, but I was like, Ricky, it's me. It's Brady from Spokane Talks. And he was like, hey, man, how you doing? It was fun. I think he also broke his thumb that day.
Oh, okay. That wasn't you doing it, though.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
No.
All
but
right.
yeah, it was great. It was great to meet him again. You also build a network of friends.
Right.
I think that in taking a part of something like this, that's really, really cool.
What will be the one thing you will take in your acting career that you've learned or gained by doing this the last few months? Anything?
Yeah, I think the ability to communicate and to share and to listen is such an important...
And not regurgitating, and I don't mean it in a negative way, a line or two, you know what I mean, from a play or whatever, because you do a lot. Speaking of that, what are you doing right now? Because, of course, you're not overloaded.
Oh, never.
No.
Never.
How many plays are you in right now, Brady?
I'm currently in 2.
Oh, only 2?
Oh, only 2. Yeah. Huge productions.
And they are?
So the first production that I am a part of right now, which is it will open on April 25th, is Big Fish the Musical. I'm cast as Edward Bloom, and it's University High School's production.
So are you the Big Fish?
I am the Big Fish.
Okay. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Why am I sorry I asked? Right? I'm kidding. So is this a comedy? This is a musical?
This is a musical. It's got everything in it. And the premise of it is I play the character Edward Bloom, and Edward Bloom is a larger-than-life. He has a larger-than-life personality.
Okay.
He raised his son.
It was typecasting for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
He raises his son telling these masterful, amazing stories about his life that are clearly, not realistic.
Right.
But he tells all of these amazing stories, and his son is doubting that, like, Dad, I want you to be real. And my son's played by a wonderful young actor named Logan Jess. Will is his character's name, and he's doing such a great job. And
now, is this at University High or
University High School?
Okay, then you're in something else too. And where is that?
I am in Bear, a pop opera, and that will be performed at Stage Left Theater. And I'm incredibly
Which is
excited.
like on 3rd Avenue.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So tell people about that play, because that's kind of different from what most of us go to today. I mean, most of us going to the Sound of Music or, some of the old traditionals. This is a little off.
This is definitely different because it's what's called a pop opera. So there aren't a lot of actual lines in the show. It's mainly just singing, song and just music. And given that, the music is absolutely incredible. Okay. This show has never been performed in Spokane in the Inland Northwest area, as far as I know. And so I feel really grateful to be a part of it. Yes. And it's a story about a bunch of teenagers in a Catholic preparatory high school who are going through all of these incredible teenager changes like normal. Yeah. And a lot of the drama that escalates from that gets really, really huge. It deals with so many different controversial topics that people can't really address, and this show goes boom and addresses them and deals with them head on. Things such as homosexuality and teen pregnancy and abortion and drug use and
the real world out there.
The real world. It deals with reality, and it deals with it in such a poetic and honest way. And that's when I showed up at auditions, I was so happy because our director, Troy Nickerson, he told us, in doing this show, we don't want it to be teen angsty. We're not going for that. We are going for truth. Yeah. And it makes me feel so great to be a part of something that beautiful, and it's such a beautiful show. Yeah.
Well, your predecessor, Colin Pittman, at TCU, they were doing that last fall.
Yes.
And he was a stage manager for that, and he told me, he said, Kent, I'd look out and I'd see the previous night to opening night, I think, where all the old seniors are there, to see it and so forth. And he said, there wasn't a dry eye in the audience. And he said,
show.
Very powerful. Very powerful. So, I know when that was happening, you were saying that was good that Colin was involved and so forth. And now you get a chance. Are you playing one of the leads?
Yes, I am cast as Peter, who is one of the lead guys, and Peter's character is struggling with his homosexuality and with his faith and with his relationship with his roommate Jason. And they're in a very, very secret relationship because of the environment at the high school. And that's the central conflict of the story.
But that's not all.
But that's not all, because there are so many different characters, and that's what I love about it, because another thing
it's not a single issue.
Yeah. Another thing about it is that I feel like initially, if you were to look at a problem like that in a story that's being told, you'd think it's only being told through one perspective and that it advocates only for one thing. But Bear is so beautiful that it incorporates every perspective. It like, you can really see how these characters misunderstand each other and what they're going through, because it shows exactly what they're thinking, even if they're thinking the completely opposite thing, if they hold a different viewpoint. And it doesn't necessarily attribute blame in any of those senses.
So when is this?
Beautiful. This will open on May 24th. Day before my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Which is going to be great.
Let me guess. Your birthday's the 25th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant math.
I know.
Mathematician right here.
Yeah, got to keep it simple here.
Yeah.
One day I can figure that one out. That's great. So, studio, what did you call it?
Stage
left. Okay.
Yes.
So are there tickets available?
I think they are already available.
Okay. So worth going to see.
Yeah, worth going to see that one. Also worth going to see Big Fish as well. That and with Big Fish, that one opens on April 25th. Just a month earlier. And that one we also expect to leave no dry eyes in the audience. That one's also equally as powerful.
So do you hand out tissues when people come into these things?
I think it's an idea. So if my director
is listening,
Sydney Baird Childers is listening. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
beautiful shows.
I wish you. I was going to say luck, break a leg maybe break 2 since they're doing 2 plays. And you can come out in a wheelchair or whatever. But Brady, it's been a pleasure this year. Hopefully you're going to be around a little bit for a couple more of our youth spotlights. We'll work them in somehow. I'm not sure how, as we usually do at 5 o'clock between rehearsals and so forth.
Yeah.
But congratulations on your college choice and acceptance, and congratulations on 2 plays. Will there be another play before you leave to go?
Possibly. I'm not sure.
I was afraid to ask that. Yeah. So when do you head off to college?
Probably early to mid-September.
Okay. So you got some time.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Time
All
to
right,
relax.
Brady, congratulations.
Thank you
on
so
all
much.
of your achievements. Okay, it's been great to have you.
Thank you.
As part of the Spokane Talks team. We hope you're having a good day, and have a great day for the rest of the day. We'll see you here next Tuesday on the Pulse of Spokane.
The Pulse of Spokane is produced in Spokane, Washington by SpokaneTalksMedia.com, which is solely responsible for its content. The Pulse of Spokane is brought to you in part by Homes for You and CW Crates and Pallets. Ask Kent a question, recommend a guest, or hear this program again on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com.